Hey everybody, welcome to a Cricut craft tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can take an old scarf and make it fun and new again by doing some layered HTV. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos all the time. And make sure you hit that bell icon because that will alert you to when I post a new video. So let's get over to Design Space and I'm going to show you how to cut out your HTV or iron-on. We're going to go ahead and cut out the unicorn for our scarf, but I just used a SVG that I found for free off of Google, and it was called Princess Unicorn. So we're just going to find that in our Cricut folder, and there it is right there, Princess Unicorn, and we'll just hit save because with an SVG it's just automatically ready to go. So let's go ahead and insert the image, and you'll see that there are quite a few pieces to our unicorn. She's got stars down here, which I'm actually going to remove. I don't like them. So if you guys have parts that you don't want in your design, all you have to simply do is come over here to your layers panel and click on this little eyeball, and then they're gone. They're just not my style, not really a fan, so I'm going to get rid of those. But I want to show you something, because if we click Make It, everything is in, not in order, not where it should lay. I don't really care about the ears being out of order, but the horn like this is not going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is click cancel on this, and I'm going to ungroup my image. I'm going to move a couple things out of the way really quick. I'm going to move her little hair pieces and her crown. I need to select this entire horn here. So you can do it in a couple different ways, but it's going to select it because it's all one piece. You need to make sure that you attach it. If you don't attach it, it's going to come apart in all those little pieces. But now that we've clicked attach, it's going to cut perfectly. So let's go ahead and put this kind of back together. It doesn't have to be exactly back together, but you do want them all to be at least within each other, because we are going to make sure that it's the right size for our space. Now I did measure, but I always like to go back and re-measure just because I'm kind of crazy like that, and I just like to make sure that I know how much space I'm working with and about how big I want my unicorn to be. So make sure you select your entire item, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than I want it right now. So I want it probably no bigger than about 6 inches wide, and a little over 6 inches tall is fine. So we're ready to cut. Let's go ahead and click Make It, and it's going to need a couple different colors. You're going to need 6 different colors according to this. But what we can do is, if we want these to be black, we're just going to go back, because I don't really like them being, for whatever reason, they are a different shade of black than these guys. So what we're going to do is select our little ear and just select the black that's on the other side. If your item thinks it's a different color or a different shade, it's going to cut on a different mat, and I just want them all on the same mat. Same with the ear and this color, this lighter color pink. I'm pretty sure they were the same, but let's double check. So we should have 2 little inserts in the ear and the hair. Perfect. So we're ready to cut this. So I'm going to get my HTV all set, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to cut. One thing I want to point out before we get started is, typically with HTV, you want to make sure that you click Mirror, which is right here on the Mat tab, which is just right here on your project copies. You don't necessarily have to mirror this one because it's just the unicorn. It doesn't matter which way it faces. But I'm going to go ahead and mirror them just so I can show you. It's just this little slide right here. And so all we're going to do then is I'm going to go back up and select the black one first, just so I kind of know which way I'm going. And I'm going to hit continue. And because I have the maker, you select your type right here, and we are using iron-on. So we're going to select that, and then I'm going to show you guys how to tell which side to put your iron-on down. For this project, I'm just going to work with some cheap stuff I got from Amazon. Now, it's really super hard to tell which side's which because neither one is particularly shiny. And if you ever have a question on which way you put your iron-on down, it's going to be always shiny side or whichever side has your overlay on it. Now, if you can't figure it out just by looking at it, take your weeding tool and just peel up a corner, and you can tell. So if you look real close, you can see that this side right here is your iron-on, and then this side is your transfer mask. So we want to make sure that the transfer mask, or the shiny side, or the plastic side, depending on what you want to call it, goes down on the mat, whereas with regular stuff you would put the other way. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. I'm going to get these cut out, and then we can weed them and apply. I've cut and weeded all my HTV, and I've laid it out a couple different times on here just so I know how it needs to sit. It's like putting together a puzzle. So with this one, I know that I can do multiple layers at once, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to do all the layers that are not on top of each other first. So the eyelashes, the inside of the ears, and the horn. You want to take a piece of parchment paper and lay it down on top. You want something hard under your design. So I'm using a cookie sheet, but you can use anything. Just don't use like a ironing board. And I'm just using my home iron, which of course gets stuck on everything. And currently it's stuck on the camera. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix that. I swear, that thing gets stuck on everything. So we're going to go ahead and we'll press this. Now, with this, we're going to use a lot of pressure, but we don't want to press in one spot for far too long. So I press for a while in one spot and then I move. Make sure you don't have your steam on your iron. This one has no water in it. I've never used the steam on it, so it's not a big deal. We don't worry about it. But if you have used your iron in the past and you do have water in it, either drain all that water out or make sure your steam is completely off, because it will ruin your HTV. My iron beeps a lot. People like to claim it's because it's upside down. No, this iron's just nuts. It beeps when it gets up to temperature, and when it touches something cold and goes down on temperature, it like breaks out, and it's annoying, and I hate it. This is not my favorite. I'm looking forward to having a heat press someday, but that someday is not now. So with the home iron, you do want to make sure that you're putting a ton of pressure. You can see I'm using both of my hands. It's because I'm putting almost all of my body weight onto this design. So I'm going to check it, because as we go, we'll press them further down. And you'll see that you have all these lines in here. Don't worry about them. They go away with the heat. And some of this vinyl is kind of evil. Like I said, this is just cheap junk from Amazon. I'm not a fan of it. But it works for little projects like this. I would not put this stuff on a shirt. But on a scarf that you're just going to wear and nobody's going to completely notice it, it's fine. Now, I know this is not fully adhered, but that's fine, because we are going to end up going back over all these pieces when we do the rest of our layering. So it's okay that it's not completely stuck. With the eyelashes, you just want to be careful because of those thin lines. And you want to make sure your whole design is covered with parchment paper. So just be aware of that. So our next layer is the black on the ears. And this part, for whatever reason, when it cut, it's like lining up funny, and I cannot figure out why. I've tried it for both ears, both directions, and the inside right here just lines up a little bit weird, but we'll cover it once we put the crown on it. So don't worry too much about it looking a little bit funny. It's fine. But with this one, we can only do this part. So what I like to do, and I'll do this just because I like to be a little more protective of this one, especially the gold. I'll take some of the other transfer sheets that I had, and I'll just place them back over the ones that I already did. Make sure that they're not under the one you have to put back on, but it's okay if they're over them. So we're going to go ahead and put the black on. We're just going to press the black on. Now this one, I'm going to try not to press too much because I don't want to burn the pink. So I'm just going to try to get it to adhere just enough so that it will stick to the fleece, because we'll go back over the whole design here in just a minute. Now, I will say I got a piece of dog hair stuck in that, and that's annoying. This is the other reason I don't really like this vinyl. Anytime you get a piece of dog hair, it just sticks to it, and it's awful. So we're going to do this piece of hair next. So we're going to have to move our eyelash ones down a little bit. But again, I want to make sure everything's protected. So I just like to keep moving them around a little bit. And so this is our little swoosh of hair. And I always have to try to remember which way the swoosh of hair goes. I don't think that's right. It's this way. Yep. So we need to move our horn because the swoosh of hair is going to cover part of our horn. So we're just going to take our little swoosh of hair, and it's going to cover up some of the mistaking on this ear. So don't worry too much. It's fine. Not really a big deal. We're just going to cover the ears again real quick. Now, I don't know that you have to cover everything again. I just do. It's just a habit thing for me. I just prefer to do that. Again, we're not going to press this too long. We're just going to press it just long enough, hopefully, to get it to stick, because we're going to go back with the hot pink one, which for some reason has a piece of something on it. We're just going to go back with the hot pink to lay it down next. So let's see if that adhered enough to stick, and it did. Okay, so we're just going to move some of this stuff again. And again, using the cheaper vinyl, it's going to look a little cruddy, but this is just so you guys can see how to layer. And it gives you an idea of how this all goes together. It's just, I tell everyone, it's just a giant puzzle. Just giant puzzle it together. It's not super hard. It's just a matter of putting all the puzzle pieces in the order they go and getting them lined up. Take your time. Use a lot of pressure, and you'll be fine. Now again, you will see all these iron lines. Don't worry, it's fine. They're just there because it's warm, so it's going to show the iron lines, but it's okay. And any of this dog hair you see should come out, except maybe that guy, he's not going to come out. Now you can tell it's not fully adhered right here. That's fine, because we're going to go over this right now. Again, this is our last piece with our crown. Now the crown, I just want to make sure that it covers the top of the hair. It doesn't have to be perfect, because whose head sits completely straight? Not mine. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of cover everything else back up best we can with piecey parts from here and there. Cover the horn, cover the ear, cover the rest of the ear, and it doesn't matter if it's not the right piece on top of it. Alright, so this is our final press, so I'm going to make sure that I press on each part. And we're just going to make sure we're giving it a lot of pressure. And if you're doing this with an iron, don't move your iron around. Because if you do, you run the risk of sliding your HTV, especially on these layered ones. If it slides, it's going to leave kind of a funky mark. And you don't want that. And there's the beeping iron again. This thing has a mind of its own. Okay. So we can now peel all of our piecey parts off. Let's get this parchment paper out of the way so it stops getting in the way. And be careful because it is hot. You'll want to read your HTV to see if it's hot peel or cold peel. This stuff is all warm peel or hot peel. I try to peel it as warm as I can because I don't want to get too much of a peel going. So what I do once I get all this done is I'm just going to go over this one quick time without any of the transfer sheets on it. I do this just to get some of the wrinkling out. And again, I don't know that you have to do the transfer sheets. I just do it because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I didn't screw anything up. And that I'm not going to melt anything. So we'll just peel our parchment paper back. Now, I will say I wish I would have chosen a different color than the black. Because at certain angles, you really can't see it. You can see it really, really well from where this camera is sitting. But you cannot see it from the top. But I think once you put this on, it will be really pretty. Again, this whole border that you see will disappear once this cools down and has sat for a little while. So don't freak out if you see these on your shirts and stuff. They do go away. It is not scorch marks. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm so always happy to answer those for you. If you're looking for any tutorials, let me know that in the comments down below as well. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos all the time. Hit the bell icon. That'll alert you to when I post a new video. I hope you guys had fun seeing how to do this layered unicorn look using your home iron. Have a great day and happy crafting.